Yo, good evening. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah or whatever holiday you celebrate in your particular location. Or just simple good evening. So, yeah, we're just going to make a little short run. I say a little short run, but a little quick run to out of Winnipeg to Minneapolis. And the Scare Bus, of course, A319 flavor, and yeah, like 344 nautical miles. So, in theory, barring no unforeseens, which lately there has been a lot of unforeseens on our past few trips, Streamlabs just deciding to do whatever the heck it wants to do and shut down and the usual. So, but we're gonna be positive. Hopefully that doesn't happen, and yeah, halfway decent flight. I was expecting some weather, being that it was Canada, and I mean it's cloudy, but it's really no weather to speak of. And just double check and make sure. While we're doing that, I guess we'll go ahead and board. Boarding requested WestJet. Now we'll do Swissport International. There we go. Let's see here. Get my good old headphones. I'm all discombobulated. This was the last minute I decided to do this, so just bear with me. And I got the sound off. You got some audio there. There we go. And boarding door is not open. Go ahead and open that guy there. And I got it kind of partially prepped. Kind of, sort of. Strobe on. How much you want to bet GSX probably gave you some stairs? Of course they gave me some stairs. Like no one uses stairs. Anyway. Alright. Let's see. Oh, and then plus I want to check to see if my boarding, my Delta.
This is a no smoking.
Oh, we got a little ice there.
Observing this policy.
Is that ice? That looks like ice. I don't know why am I excited about ice, but yeah. Got a little action right here. A little frosty to snowman going on right here. So we'll go ahead and call the de-icing truck here shortly. I don't know. Let's see. I think actually I'm going to turn on the APU. So I'm sure it's a little chilly. Let's see. Is that going to be Jet 6 or is it going to be? No, I think I have to do it through. I think I have to do it through here. Okay, so alright, we'll deal with that here shortly. And of course, I have not briefed on cold weather. I mean, on de-icing operations in the Airbus. So I'm gonna kind of wing it, but yeah, we'll work through this thing and figure it out. Let's see, 36 I think is the runway it's calling for. Yeah, 36. Put that guy there. Direct ALLMN. Then we're gonna go direct GROLE, then to GGULL, Bainey, and MSP runway 22. What's the I don't want to take you to. I really don't. We'll do 1-2 Romeo. Let's do 1-2 right with a Bainey 3 GGULL transition. Bam. Okay, why does that look weird? Let me go back. Okay, so Bainey, then we'll clear the discontinuity there. Insert. Looking pretty good, I think. 37,000 feet. Yep. Alright, cool. Alright, so let's see what the ice accumulation is looking like. So we got a little ice. Can I zoom in? I've never zoomed in. Yeah, okay. So we got a little ice right here, which makes sense. It's, well, here definitely makes sense. It's normally where the fuel is stored, so we'll definitely have to de-ice here. Anything on the tail? No, nothing on the tail, really. Okay. So, let's zoom out real quick.
And keep your small items under the...
Alright, somebody posted some de-icing procedure. See if we can find them real quick. And you know, I mean, it's my fault. I should have it. I really should, but yeah. Let's see. Where was it? No. I mean, it was awesome. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Alright, so cockpit preparation. So cabin pressure selector, cabin pressure mode selector to auto. Your engine bleeds on both 1 and 2 are off. AP bleed off. Ditching push button pushed. Bus levers idle. No underwing treatment can be completed, so we can do them. I mean, are they under? Is it under the wings? We're really having icing under the wings? It doesn't look like it. I think we're good. I want to say we're good. Oh, let's see here. See if we have any more lights. Wing light. There we go. There we go. Let's see if that helps a little bit. See what's going on. So yeah, looks like we got a little bit of accumulation for sure. Alright. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn the wing light off, and let's see. Bleed's on for now. We're gonna be running a Type 4 fluid as well. So it can't be depleted. I guess we'll go ahead and de-ice now, I'm assuming. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and de-ice now. I'm wondering if I should use GSX though, or let's see what kind of wing in here. External. Die disconnect. There we go. We're gonna stay chalked up now. I think we can use GX. No, I'm just not gonna worry about it. Not gonna worry about it. Alright, doors close, and I think we're ready. Go. pull this gate back here. Because I have heard if you do not de-ice, you pay dearly. So we want to make sure we do that. Alright, so... Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and get this thing prepped. Let's see, so our bleeds, so both bleeds are set to off there. Our cabin pressurization selector switch should be auto. Alright, let's see. Where was that? Yep. Okay, engine 1, 2 off. APU bleed off. Let's see, ditching push button. Where is that ditching button? It's here somewhere. Here, ditching push button. Pushed. Thrust levers idle. Alright, looks like we're ready. And I mean, normally I think pretty much everybody does like Type 4 nowadays. So we just run Type 4 and be done with it. Options. Controls, de-icing. Type 4. Okay, so nothing spectacular on de-icing, I don't think. Nothing what? Nothing on the outside really? Guess you just get de-iced, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's my computer, but looks like you can see a little something on the tail. That's pretty cool. Or unless I'm blind and can't see. 4 minutes remaining. All right. So about 5 minutes of de-ice, then we can go ahead and push. Guy here. So while I was doing that, let me double check my fictitious electronic flight bag here. Let's see, 3-6. All right. Really just a waiting game. But I do like it, you know, because it forces you to do it, you know. I mean, how many of us, I mean, I know I do, you know, especially it gets cold and, you know, you're like, I'm not gonna worry about the ice and be alright, you know. But which we all know in the real world it's like freaking imperative to do. And see, it's doing that again. Let's see. Let me go here real quick. Studio mode. The camera. Studio mode. we go. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs. It's being weird. But you know, that's what happens. You know, you get those updates and all that fun stuff, and then things start not to work. Go here, 1, and man, I really don't want to. I'm not gonna worry about it. I was gonna do a flex takeoff. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's see. Other than that, I think we're about set. I think we're about lined out there. 1 minute on the de-icing, and then I think we have like a holdover time. Over table. Holdover times for. Oh, cool. It gives you the holdover times. That's awesome. Alright, so it gives us a little chart there. Application time. Recommend holdover time. 3 minutes. So, yeah, we need to, like, cheese it. Alright, cool. So, let's see. Let's go here. Once treatment is complete. First thing we need to do, ditching push button off. Let's see, outflow, check valve, check open. So we'll go to our, what was that, pressurization. Alright, looks like that's opening right there. Awesome, that's what we want to see. And go ahead and turn on our engine 1 and 2 bleeds. 1 and 2 bleeds on. APU bleeds as required. The eyes are clear. You're on your way all day. No fumes. Man, this is funny. Now we're not going to worry about the APU bleed. Well, no, we kind of need it because, yeah, we're kind of have to start. Tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead. We'll leave the packs off right now, which would should alleviate any fumes from entering the cabin. Make sure I got my bearings here. Alright, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Alright, request, pushback and departure, total lab, that, okay. And departure,
Ground, Delta 7656 with Papa. Request taxi for takeoff, south departure. Delta 7656, taxi to and hold short of runway 36.
Alright, go ahead and turn on our pumps. Pumps are on. Like I said, we're going to leave the packs off right now. Zoom in a smidge. Turn this up. Get rid of that. We're done with that for right now. Everything else kosher down there. Kosher over here.
Release parking brakes.
Alright, parking brakes release, clear push.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, make sure we got good pressure coming up. Everything looks good there. Went up to 38 pounds. Alright, make sure we're clear on the right. And start number 2. See if we're getting, okay, there's number 2 compressor. Looking good. Hopefully I didn't miss anything on the de-icing procedure and some sort of catastrophe. I don't think I did, but I mean, you just never know. Alright, looks like she's lining out nicely right there. There we go. Alright. So we got number 2, make sure we're good on the left hand side, and fire off that number 1. Start valve opening there. Wait for number 2, there she goes, coming up. And start introducing that fuel. This is sad to admit, but most aircraft, you know, I kind of remember, you know, at what point to introduce fuel. I mean, generically, like 18% up to like, I mean, of course, the more air get flowing, the cooler the start, the better normally the situation is. But I don't quite remember what N2 value. What N2 value the CFMs and the Airbus requires for to introduce fuel, because I mean you do have the capabilities of performing a manual start, and that's terrible to admit, but I have yet to perform a manual start in this thing. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Anywho, looks like we are good to go there, and throw a little trim in here. About 1 degree is normally what I do. And I think there's a chart for it, but to me. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on our floods here. While we're down here, go ahead and hit our transponder. See if we can, there we go. And get that set. Oh, turn that up a little bit more. Alright, so now go ahead and hit our packs up right there. Turn off that APU bleed. And go ahead and arm those see both signs.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Let's see. And you know, I mean, just as long as everything's dark up here, you're good. And we're just waiting. In fact, we're going to turn off the APU. Once it goes through this little cool down process, that available light will go away, so don't worry about that. And we'll hear a taxi light. Looks like this guy, he's down outside. I'll turn off the dome light. It's a wee bit bright right now, and now it's a wee bit dark. We'll fix that up here real quick. I think there's another floodlight up here too. Or is there? There's one up here. Ah, that's good. Alrighty, so go ahead and throw in flaps 1, auto brake max, spoiler armed, predictive, the weather radar on. I've always wondered this, but like even on the checklist it says we're going to turn the weather radar on. I don't know if maybe there's some sort of weight on wheel sensor that actually turns it on when you take off automatically, or if it's just exposing people to radar waves on the ground. Who knows? Alright, looks like we already got a decent roll there, so I'm just gonna crack the throttles and should get this going a little bit, a little more. And as I said, this flight shouldn't be that long, because I know people have other things to do, especially during the holiday season, you know, like, you know, make fruit cakes and pies and hang out with the family, ride reindeer and all that fun stuff. So we won't be long. Won't be long at all. I was kind of kidding on the riding of the reindeer. Although if you do ride a reindeer, please post comments on the comment section, and I don't know if you can like add a pic, but add a pic would be awesome for that map. Alrighty. This is my first time in Winnipeg, so I don't have any decent scenery for it. Yeah, I'm sure there is some scenery out for it, but I just don't have it. Actually, I haven't been in Canada much at all. Terrible, because I'm for certain there's some really good flying up here. I don't know why I just haven't had the opportunity to go. I mean, it's not that I haven't had the opportunity, it's just, you know. I don't know. There's really no excuse. I mean, bush flying wise, of course, but commercially, I mean, Toronto here and there, but not much else. I was really expecting snow, though. I really was. I was hoping to, you know, kind of get a little action. I know this morning it was straight IMC in the Dallas area this morning, but no precipitation. It was just really, really foggy. Thought about doing a little flight this morning, but I was like, I don't know. Run a little trip and see what happens. Alright, got the cabin ready, Annunciation down there. Yep, it's ready. Now I'll do a takeoff config test when I get closer. Not that ginormous of a hurry. We'll ease on the brakes here and see if I can make this turn. Wait a minute, what runway is? Let's say 3. We check the little log here. Yeah, it's 3-6. Okay. I'll make sure. I'm going all over. And that's like the worst part of any flight is the taxi, especially at places like Atlanta. Memphis isn't that bad. Memphis, you know, it's by terminal there, 1836, and then 27 and 09, so it's not too bad. 18 Charlie is pretty long, but like Atlanta, places like that, Minneapolis is really bad too. It's like you're taxiing forever. It's like, you know, 30 minutes taxi and then 20-minute flight. You know, that's it. Like uncalled for. I don't know if you guys seen that on the news where they were talking about the files clear, almost there. Okay. The circular runways, I guess. But basically the concept is you know, takeoff and landings are done on one runway, which supposedly is supposed to reduce the footprint of the airport. I mean, apparently it's supposed to be good for everybody except the flight crews, I'm assuming, because I don't know about you, but like the sight picture of trying to land on a curved and banked runway, to me that just, I don't know, for some reason that doesn't compute, and I mean, I just couldn't imagine, you know, trying to, yeah, it's just weird. I mean, I don't know, it's probably a well thought out concept. I'm sure they've confided in, you know, aviation professionals regarding that, and I mean, I'm sure it can be done. I'm sure it's not impossible. It's just weird. But I mean, I guess it'll cut down on taxi times. I mean, but I don't know. It's, then you gotta look at volumes and stuff like that. It's a little, needless to say, it gets a little complex. So yeah, we're gonna head out of here. Looks like it's 3-6 coming up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I'm all idled out. I hit that little turn earlier, a little hot, which it doesn't take much on the Airbus here. Really, just enough thrust to start forward momentum, and after that, we got plenty of idle thrust to get you where you need to go. Yeah, ease on those brakes there. Oh, alright. Let's see here. I think I'm set up. Set that for takeoff. And takeoff config. Normal. Let's zoom that in. Alright, let's go ahead and we're just gonna assume, what, did I open up a tower? Yeah, go ahead and request just to say we did it.
656, ready for south departure at runway 36. Delta 7656, clear for takeoff, runway 36, departure to the south approved. Clear for
Okay,
takeoff,
there we go.
36, Delta 7656.
And don't have track IR on, so we're going to kind of finagle this and see if we can. There we go. Yeah, that's about right. Overshot a little bit, what you get for going back and forth between a 757 and an Airbus A319. Sure, my position's about right. Alright, guess we'll go ahead and send it. So we're gonna go, yep, full toga, so here we go. We don't screw it up. There we go, we're full toga there. Pickup power set, engine instruments is within limits, and airspeed, it's been alive for a little bit. 8 knots. And V1, going up there. And we got a positive rate of climb. You're up. Now looks like we're going to be coming into an immediate turn here shortly.
Delta 7656, you are leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get out of it there to climb power. And looks like we're hitting the clouds there. I don't know about you guys. I guess I'm getting old and I can't see now, so I have to like kind of use that to help me out a little bit. Alright, I guess we can go ahead and yank those flaps up. And we're just going to follow this old flight director here. Coming out of 3500. Speed's looking good. It's creeping up. Let's see. Actually, I tell you what we're going to do, since we're in freezing conditions. Are you gonna? Turn on or not. No, we're just not going to turn on. That's why I was trying to turn on the freaking anti-ice. Come on there. Come on, girl. I gotta... Alright, Aldo, can you hold it for a minute while I work on this, please? Thank you. Anti-ice, engine 1 and 2, and go ahead and crack those wings open. Alright, looks like that's on there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe there is a... Oh crap, let's see. There we go. I think there's like an indicator or something up here. I don't know. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. I think that's it. I could be wrong. I'm sure someone can chime in on that one. I'm not an Airbus aficionado by no means. Looks like speed's coming up though. And we are coming out of that cloud layer. I mean, I guess if you, I don't know, you kind of split hairs on that one. You could have probably turned on your anti-ice prior to taking off, but I mean, the whole deal is you want as less of a load on the engines as possible. And being that we weren't initially in IMC, I'm sure there's a standard for it. I don't remember, but I don't know. I think we could have. I mean, I think it would have been all right. But normally, I mean, of course, you know, having a first officer or someone to help you out would, you know, aid tremendously. And that way, as soon as you hit the clouds, bam, in the ice. Or, you know, you see a cloud, solid cloud layer, take off, you know, stabilize your climb, boom, in the ice, and you're good, you know. So, I mean, I think we're all right. And make sure everything looks good there. Got the proper, make sure we're in the proper modes, you know, throttle climb, altitude is armed. Well, we're in climb mode, and nav is on. Okay. Alright, I'll go ahead and retract the landing lights. Turn that off there. Let me see. I want to standby compass. Oh, yeah, that's it. So, yep, so that is the ice indicator. This little doohickey right here is the, what is that? Compass, standby compass, and of course the ice indicator right there. So, there you go. And we're out of... I mean, looks like we're out of the visible moisture, so I mean, at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say we can go ahead and turn this off. 0 degrees Celsius, visible moisture, anti-ice. If it's above 0 degrees Celsius and you have visible moisture, no anti-ice, or below 0 degrees Celsius and no visible moisture, you don't need anti-ice. I mean, you know, I always want to err on the side of caution. But I mean, if you can lean out, I mean, depending on what aircraft you're in, if you can lean out and see ice forming on the wings, yeah, let's go ahead and turn on the anti-ice. You know, don't just, well, you know, the reg says, don't kill yourself over reg. Just go ahead and turn on the anti-ice. Since, I mean, anti-ice, I mean, icing on wings is, you just don't want it. Basically, it essentially changes the shape of the wing. I mean, the designers that design the wing in a form that, you know, creates lift very efficiently. Well, you know, imagine, you know, If you saw like a cross section of wing, you know how you draw a wing, and then you know the standard wing when they draw it out on a piece of paper or whatever. Well, imagine like a 3-year-old with a crayon drawing that same wing, and you know kind of what you end up getting when you get, you know, uneven formation of ice on a wing, and so it disrupts the airflow, completely changes the flying characteristics of the airplane. And being, you know, it may, coming from experience, it really does. Like, is that same 182 or whatever you're flying is not the same 182 when you have, you know, several pounds of ice hanging off of it. And yeah, it's, you know, you would be surprised how many incidences where ice has taken down airplanes. You know, a lot of lost lives because of icing. So kind of keep that in mind. I'll just text real quick. Alright, cool. And a lever. I run 2 throttles, so a lot of times if my elbow bumps it or something, it'll get a little odd. Let's see. Alright, cool. Alrighty, so alright, let's make sure we're doing pretty good here. No, I didn't want the tray. Actually put that in arc mode and we'll bump up the scaling a little bit. So I was doing a little research, you know, of course you guys, I'm sure you guys seen about the past couple of streams I've done. Not so much of the mech warrior when I was kind of like, I'm bored, I don't feel like playing flight sim, so let's just do this, you know, whatever. But the DA62 streams I've been doing. So I found an old edition of Flying Magazine, and a lot of times I get them in the mail, but I go to the website anyway, and so I get them in the mail. I'm just like, man, you know, you either put them in the bathroom for some toilet reading or whatever it may be, and you don't think about it anymore. But anyway, I found it, and I was reading through the review, and of course, you know, pretty much confirms what, you know, we were talking about the whole time, that, you know, the airplanes, it's a beautiful, I mean, it's a marvel of engineering. And but what I didn't know, there's the ECUs, of course, during the run-up process, you know, normally in your normal everyday piston, even your turboprops, of course, you know, when you're doing run-up, do your feather test, things like that, or if you're in a piston-driven airplane or gas burner, you know, you'll run it up to 1700, whatever, 1800, whatever, check your mags, look for the drop, all that fun stuff. Well, on top of the fact of the DA62 running pretty much, I think it said Mercedes-Benz class B, the B class engines, diesel engines, they also have their own automated, the run-up process is automatic, so you jump in, I think they said you press and hold a button and it ramps it up to 1900 and does all the checks, and just, here you go, you're golden, you're good. Which I thought was pretty amazing. I don't remember seeing that, but then again, I wasn't looking for it. So, I'll have to go back and check it out. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. I was like, man, I learned something new, especially, you know, something like that every day. I mean, you don't really see too many diesel burning aircraft engines. I think there's some turboprops that have the capability of running on diesel. I mean, you know, of course they probably don't run as well, but man, what is it? I think there's a King Air, or is it avgas they can run off of? I don't remember. It's either either diesel or avgas it can run off of. Probably, I don't remember. But there's one that can run off a weird, wide. I'm sure probably some of the Russian turboprops probably freaking pour vodka in that freaking run. But I know there are several aircraft that, you know, the engines are well versed in a wide range of fuels that you can run in it for, you know, in case you're in situations where that particular fuel might not be as plentiful, and all that fun stuff. So, and once again, you know, you learn something new every day. Every day. I mean, of course, it goes without saying. I mean, that airplane is pretty interesting since we've had like what, 2 developers. Yeah, like 2 developers push out models of it. Arenado and Vertex. So yeah, it's pretty popular airplane, especially this time of the year. Seems like everybody has DA62 fever. But then, you know, Airbus did one for X-Plane, which, you know, like I said, excuse me, on the last stream, I haven't had the opportunity to try yet. So, I'm sure I'll be throwing another diamond stream up here shortly. I would have kind of preferred to do something on the you know, dive. Hadn't had a regional flight in a while. I was thinking about maybe doing the CRJ, but I guess with 4.4, Lockheed changed some click spots or something like that, and the guy who's in charge of that on Aerosoft's end, of course, he's on vacation, and no one else, you know, has access to his particular whatever, you know, whatever he has to change. No one has access to it, and so it's going to be, they're forecasting probably middle to end of January. Just go ahead and say the end of January, and now they'll have a 4.4 update for the CRJ, and hopefully they can do a texture update for the VC. That's, to me, like, that's the only big issue for the CRJs. Like, I mean, you look at the VC and it's one of those things. Okay, yeah, the VC looks like doo-doo, but we're just going to look past it. And it's, I mean, it's not their fault. It's one of those situations where I guess the model, the VC was done a while ago, and you know how things change and all that. So, and you know, everyone was wanting it to be released, including myself. I mean, you know, I got kind of antsy for it, and they pushed it out, and you know, amongst the fixing and getting everything else lined out, seems like, you know, I mean, you could make a flight with it. It's just, you know, I mean, the VC isn't something you just sit there and marvel at for extended periods of time. But we'll see how that goes in January. Then, I think the end of this week, we're supposed to be seeing an update from Fly the Mad Dog X. We're supposed to be getting the MD-88 upgrade, which is going to be fantastic. So you guys know you're going to be seeing some MD-88 action before I come off of vacation. This has got to happen. So, MD-88 action later this week. And I'm sure I'll fiddle around with the DA62 some more, and probably mess around a little with that, what's that thing called over there on the X-Plane side of the fence? Oh yeah, the TBM 900. Will probably run a few more flights with it, since I think, you know, finally, you know, it's finally less of a lawnmower now. and finally more of an airplane, you know, for me at least, because I just had the hardest time trying to keep that thing straight on the runway. So I don't know if a lot of you guys noticed, especially, you know, those of you who have X-Plane and P3D, but I don't know, it's, I mean, X-Plane is getting a lot better, especially, you know, with so I get a little, whoops, getting a little turbulence. Especially now with, you know, PBR being released. So, you know, of course, the models are going to start looking fantastic. And we'll bump the floodlights up for y'all. Be a little easier. I think there's another light here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, we'll bump this up some more. And make sure any other floodlights here I can't crank up. There we go. There we go. It's a lot better. Alright, so turn that off there. Alright, looks much better. Alright, so, but yeah, I don't know, there's still something about X-Plane. Can't really put my finger on it that it's doing quite well. And just adds that much more immersion, which, I mean, you know, P3D are consistently making steps forward, which, I mean, at this point, kind of all you can ask for, you know. The only downside to that is you're waiting on, you know, developers have to play catch up, which they're doing the same thing. I mean, X-Plane, every time X-Plane pushes the beta, you know, I mean, those of us, which, I mean, I'm guilty of it at times as well. Sometimes I slow myself down. So, oh my gosh, new beta, gotta have it. You download it, and then you realize it breaks everything that you've downloaded. And so, you know, and then, you know, you get on and, you know, you complain about, oh, it's not working. Well, I mean, nobody really told you to update to the beta, the quote-unquote beta, just yet. And, you know, it takes time for developers to iron things out on their end and get everything put together for, you know, the next generation of whatever platform they're on. Yep. So other than that, I mean, it's really all that's been going on. I mean, I was checking out FS Elite earlier, and saw that, I guess someone released some scenery for some freeware scenery for Japan for X-Plane 11, so I was like, that's pretty cool. And oh, so yeah, here's another reason. If you haven't purchased, I'm not going to sit here and not say that, hey, where are you headed to? Minneapolis, St. Paul, sir. We're about ballparkish. I'd say we're about 30 minutes from landing there. Not too far at all, sir. Not too far at all. So, but yeah, so, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I still believe that, you know, if you can wing it, you know, just go ahead and get both. Go ahead and get X-Plane and P3D, because here's what happens. And I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it for a while, but we've been sorely lacking in the regional sector. Thankfully, you know, Airsoft, they, you know, stepped up and produced the CRJ package, which, you know, very good compared to what we've had, which was like nothing. And now you have a company called on X-Plane. You have a company called what I think it's AKRacing, which they've done the 170 and the 175 and one. No, I think it's the 175. Well, the 170 family of Embraer. And I think it should start. I think it should, when you start the FNP on the carrier, it's the best experience. Yeah, yeah, and I don't know if you've seen on the recently. I think they're working on a F-14 Tomcat, which I mean it's going to be a must buy for DCS for sure. But yeah, yeah, I have to agree with you. It's an awesome experience on the carrier with track IR, and you know, I mean, yeah, it's pretty nice. Oldie Tomcat, old thing. Yeah, she's old. She's an oldie but goodie. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I might just mess up and have some Top Gun music playing in the background and just have my stream all kinds of banned for playing copyrighted material. But it's almost like you have to have that music playing every time you're gonna be in a F-14. Just have to, you know, it's gotta happen. But yeah, so the I think Embraer 145, I think they just showcased it not too long ago for X-Plane. So if you've been hankering for I think it was a 145, is that all they're doing? I mean, you have to somehow. I mean, I'm gonna try to find like a little helmet and flight suit and just look just complete moron on the stream. But it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic for sure. I've already pre-ordered mine, so they are accepting pre-orders. So when it does drop, and I think the pre-order is a little cheaper. They can come out a little cheaper as well on the pre-orders. Just give you a heads up. But yeah, Xcrafts is doing the 140 and the 145. Oh no, they're doing the 135, the 140, and the 145. So next, let's see if I can read more. I mean, is it beta or what we're looking at here? Look. Oh, and they're also doing the extended range variant of the 145. Man, it looks nice. That looks nice. I'll post it here in the Chizat if I can. Over here, I'm having a little bit. Do I have a paste button there? Oh, where are you at, chat? I got too much going on here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. And there we go. Yeah, check that out. It's pretty nice. Why am I on Mech? Oh my gosh. Hold on. There we go. Alrighty, here we go. But yeah, shout out to FS Elite for finding that, for posting that, because that's news. That is news, ladies and gentlemen. Because we have been sorely lacking. I mean, that's all the platforms. Now, X-Plane's done a little better. I mean, like I said, you know, yeah. Not trying to go explain P3D, not trying to do that at all. But they do have the 170 series, and the 190 series, I think. What military aircraft are you best at? Honestly, I mean, I guess, you know, kind of swap the word from best to spending the most time in. And I think I've spent the most time, as far as DCS is concerned, in the A10. I've spent quite a bit of time in the A10. And, I mean, to this day, so, I mean, it's a little dated. but it's still pretty fun. And I mean, of course, just the iconic A10. I mean, it's really no comparison. Just to put that out there, the F-18 is going to constantly be a learning process, as you know, it's still evolving, right? So, I mean, they're steadily releasing. Oh yeah, that thing's amazing. But yeah, they're steadily releasing new weapons for the A10. I mean, for the F-18, new systems, and I mean, yeah, it's going to be. I mean, and you kind of look forward to it, you know. I mean, I kind of, you know, kind of enjoy being able to, you know, learn about, especially on the military side of things, but you know, not so much civilian. You can be extremely busy learning, like really learning all the software. I mean, all the ins and outs of the aircraft software, things like that, and to make yourself more efficient when you're, you know, in game. Because I made the mistake when I initially got into DCS. I made the mistake of thinking, oh, I can get away with just a regular Logitech joystick, and you know, I still have my throttles, of course, you know, from my SciTech flight control system. And yeah, I mean, it's DCS. It's almost a requirement to have some sort of OTA system or a joystick that has quite a few buttons on it, because I mean, having to like learning all the hotkeys and everything just to be able to even remotely defend yourself it's a daunting task. It's like a realistic version of Star Citizen, I guess you can say, with all the hotkeys and controls and everything. It's unbelievable. Let's see, it's like we're getting pretty close. I've not purchased it yet. Yeah, they're actually really good. I mean, it's true to life. And then there's also modifications as well that you can download on the DCS website. So if you're not quite, I think there's like a texture upgrade. You know, there's several other things you can download to enhance your DCS experience that I think are free. Yeah, they're free. So, but I mean, to me, the sounds are good. I haven't changed the sounds. All of the warnings on there are, you know, from what I, you know, consider to be true to form. I mean, I'm no A10 driver, but you know, it sounds about right. You know, from videos and things like that you watch on the old tube. And I mean, that's a fun airplane. It takes a beating. There was one, I think I streamed it actually. Probably dived from my videos I took, and there was one, I think I lost like part of the wing or something. I mean, I literally lost like half of the wing, and I have no idea, but I mean, you know, I was still able to kind of at least stay in the air with, you know, directional thrust and a whole heap ton of rudder, and stay in the air for a good bit. And of course, finally, I tried to land, it just did not work out, so I think it was punched out. But and of course, I think, you know, from, you know, reading up and all the Discovery Channel specials on the A10 and all that fun stuff, I mean, I think people have came home with, you know, half their tail missing or something, you know, ginormous hole in the wing and things like that. So, but yeah, to answer your question, yeah, the sounds are really good. Really good. You know, a lot to learn in that as well. But there are a ton of guides. I know there's this guy, you might want to search him, a guy named Chuck. He does a bunch of guides, really good guides at that. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how it happened. looked over, I start rolling to the left, and what in the world? So I peeked over and oh, it's missing my wing. So you know, I'll do it. But yeah, this guy named Chuck, I think he has a guide for the F-18, the A-10, and he even has one for the MD-80. Fly the Mad Dog MD-80, the FS Labs Airbus. Pretty much he does all the homework we should be doing and just puts it all in this really nice PDF. Did you drop a bomb when it happened? No, I didn't. I think I just hit some gnarly AAA and just sawed the wing off. But yeah, I don't think I dropped a bomb. Are you? Yeah, no, I don't think I dropped a bomb. No, I didn't. It's been a while. But are you talking about like you're trying to drop a bomb and it gets stuck or something and it's armed and it, you know, is that what happened to you or what happened? Let's see, and we'll go ahead and call it right here. And we'll start that old descent. Yeah, we'll go ahead and call it right there. And we'll start that descent. And we'll just go ahead and get a quick weather update for Minneapolis and see what's going on. Got too low and tipped my left wing. Oh, okay. Let's see. Where's weather request? Kilo Mike Sierra Papa. There. Then wait for the end field was spewing on the left. Yep, had that too. Let's see. West. And what we got going on here? Oh, it's gonna be interesting getting into Minneapolis. So winds 230 at 08. Visibility 1.5 mile. Mist overcast at 400 feet. That temperature and dew point's a biggie there. You're gonna get some low vis. Let's see, temperature, dew point 02, altimeter, and a really low barometric pressure, like scarily low. I'm curious to see if we're going to get any winter action in Minneapolis. Yeah, we're going to need an ILS for sure. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think 2.2 has one. No, it just has the localizer. I mean, we could probably do a localizer approach, but I really just rather do a... I'd rather just go ahead and just do an ILS and call it slick. Yeah, we'll just do that. But yeah, DCS, it's... I mean, that's... Yeah. The learning curve is steep. No, I mean, it's rewarding, but like I still haven't figured out in-flight refuelings yet. I think the farthest I've gotten it trimmed out and you know, getting ready to refuel, but yeah, that's just going to be a process. Yes. Oh yeah, very good, very good. I mean, all the models look great, and there's a Harrier. I think, yeah, there's a Harrier on there as well. I watched some YouTube streams on, and man, that thing looks amazing. I bet it's so fun to fly. Most of them planes, so I stuck with the F-18. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, the learning curve is pretty steep. I'm not gonna lie. Even for the F-18, I think. Just by its very nature was designed to be a little more user-friendly. Just as long as you have all of your controls and everything set up, for the most part, you can kind of fiddle your way through it. Versus you get something, you know, yeah, I'm just curious to see what sort of daunting task it's going to be to get the hang of the F-14. But like a lot of the older aircraft, like, you know, there's most of the controls were a little more automated, you know, so I mean we're a little less automated, so like the start sequence on the F-18 is pretty simple, you know, just, you know, click your throttle up and start spooling up pretty much. But you know, you got a lot of other aircraft, you kind of there's a little more involved in the process, and yeah, I don't blame you there. I'm been mostly sticking with the between the A-10 and the F-18. That's pretty much what I've been sticking with. It seems to have worked out fairly well for me. Although, like I said, now I may catch another steam cell or something and pick up the Harrier. So we'll just kind of see what she does there, and then, you know, between that and MD-88 is coming out here soon. I think 2018 is going to end pretty strong for the flight sim community. That, my friends, is the fact. I think we're going to be looking pretty good for 2018. And then especially if that freaking... Now, I will say, because I bought X-Craft's Embraer 175. The FMS, the model looks amazing. But the FMS, it's from what the developer described, it's almost kind of a mixture between how the FMS is supposed to be on Embraer to like blend with X-Plane, and just it makes it really, for me, it made it really confusing to work with and to come up with flight plans and things like that. Now it can be done, but it's just a very confusing process. And comparing it to the older, what was it called, Field Air or Woco Pub, or whatever you want to call them, the Field Air Embraer series. I mean, the FMS is pretty intuitive, but you know, of course, you know, having to code all that and, you know, understanding, you know, what's going on and the nuances of not exactly sure which flight management system that the Embraer series uses, but apparently, you know, I guess he hadn't quite gotten the hang of it, so he just made it work the best he could without it being completely stock. And like it works, just, you know, it's a little more involved. A little more involved. I mean, really, as far as X-Plane, I've mostly just been in the Hot Start TBM 900 and the Flight Factor 757. That's really been them. There's a few other ones out there really good. I just haven't had the opportunity to try them yet. Due to, you know, time constraints and all that jazz. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we are flying the Star at the moment, Bane E3 Star. And let's see if we can pull this up real quick and see what we got going on. Zoom in a smidget. No, not that much. Put this in plan mode. Alright, so we kind of walk ourselves through the approach and do kind of like a kind of maybe approach briefing. I mean, pretty straightforward. That's the plan at least. I mean, we're gonna hit 1, 2 right, and the winds are 2, 3, 0. So they're gonna be kind of in this little neighborhood, kind of like a little, almost pretty much kind of like a little bit of a crosswind, but I mean, it's not gonna be horrible. I'd rather do that than having to deal with trying to, yeah, especially in 1.5 mile visibility. I mean, it's not terrible, but I mean, I just rather be on an ILS, you know. Dealing with that. And after that, that'll be it. So everybody can resume their night. And go back to ARC mode. Performance. Where's the initialization page? I want to go. Where is it? And probably the flight plan. Okay, here we go. 75 miles out. 8 point. Well, that's not bad. I think the, what was it? I think the alternate they chose was Des Moines. So we had to kind of beef up on the field because I didn't really know what the weather was going to do. But I think we should be fine going in there. Which, oh yeah, so finally, after, what, almost a year, Aerosolve's professional flight planner, and are we getting slow for some reason? That's weird. Why are we getting slow? So what's it calling for? 250 at 15,000. Okay. Oh, this may have been wind change or something. I don't know. But so they released an update for their professional flight planner X. Those of you who had it, like, it's been out for a long time, and like nobody has bothered to update it up until now. And I don't know. I guess I mean, I've been using SimBrief, and it's just, I mean, I downloaded it and got it updated and everything, but just for some reason I have a hard time going back to professional flight planner X. I don't know. I guess because of the fact that they, you know, they charge you for the weather updates, which of course is not free. I mean, I'm sure it's, but you know, the whole charging of the weather updates, you know, and just weird. And I mean, it just has a lot of things. I don't do many transatlantic flights, so I really don't need the oceanic tracks updated, you know, every 24 hours or whatever. And just, I don't know, I really don't have a need for it. So it's been just been using old SimBrief and going from there. And turn this light on real quick. Is that okay? Run. And so it's that we're at what? 15.9. They're supposed to be at 15. What? Be at 15.5. Banging, getting pretty close. Time was at 8. And I think we'll make it there. According to this, 8:18. That's Central Standard Time, of course. Be nice to get the A320 updated, but I think their FS Labs still working on it. And one person I have not heard from was is TDFI or TFDI, the guys behind the 717. Really hadn't heard much from them. I guess it's really not much to hear from. I mean, other than the 4.4 update. which I guess I need to reinstall it and see if they pushed out an update for it. But I mean, hopefully everything's going good on their end. Like I said, I haven't really heard anything from them. I mean, I just love the interface they use now with the add-on manager that they have for the 717. So, in fact, I probably may install that later on tonight and see how she's looking. And let's see. I think really the only other aircraft I really wish someone would take on the challenge. Lord knows I would, but yeah, my artistic skills are just not there. I really would like for RASMAM to update the Metroliner. For some reason, they just went all in on DCS. Totally get it. But not only did they scrap the Embraer 120 they were going to do, but they just completely gave up on the Metroliner, which, was pretty sad, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Oh, and then, smaller aircraft. Well, now we're around the conversation of small aircraft. Then you got, Fly Somewhere with the Falcon 50. Pretty nice. I was able to pick that up. It's not too bad. I mean, the guy fires off updates like nobody's business. So right now it's looking pretty good. I might stream that as well. I might have a bunch of content to bring you guys. Let's see what we're looking like. And getting pretty close there. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting everything dialed in here. So we'll go ahead and don't wait before I activate the approach phase. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. Go ahead and activate the approach phase. And then what we're gonna do, we're just gonna, where are we at? 230. Say she'll hold 230 there. And of course, we'll start working that vertical speed down about 1,300 foot per minute. And I know that's annoying, guys, a little space bar to views and all that. Alright, altimeter 2956 there. Temperature of 0. If I could type today, 02. Winds are at 230 at 08. And we'll do a decision altitude of, I don't know, 40 foot. I don't have the plate in front of me, and yeah. Alright, we'll go ahead and zoom down in a smidget. Now we really need to mess with the seatbelt signs. Let's see. Alright, go ahead and turn on our landing lights. And below 10,000 feet. And we'll set up our auto brake for medium. Excuse me. And what's the... Gotta find out the altitude to final approach fix. Almost 4,000. Looks like we've about got everything lined out there. And we'll be starting that old descent. Alright, 8,000 feet. And looks like we'll come at 4,000 just before Zesty, which works out perfectly. Diving in that IMC. Let's double check our temps. Looks like we're above 0 degrees Celsius, so we're not gonna mess with the anti-ice right now. Coming through 7,000. Let's double check the temp. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. So yeah, if you're curious on the ice there, just hit the sky and double check, make sure you don't have any accumulation on there. And I think you also get a notification there as well. Let's see here. Okay, let's watch your videos. Alright, bud. Do my best, man. Appreciate you. And thank you. I really do. I apologize for being out of the loop for so long. Just work has been insane here this past month. So that's unfortunate, but I guess at some point we do need to make money, I suppose. Alrighty, getting down there the old 4,000 feet. Should get her about right there. We're gonna start dropping that speed. Drop to about 210. See what happens. Should start idling out right there. And we'll go ahead and hit that ILS button, and we'll go ahead and approach. Arm. And I love this little speed car there, kind of give you heads up. Alright. Go ahead and bring those first notch your flaps. I'm gonna go ahead and bring her down to $180. The old $180, see what happens. And we'll drop her here. Go ahead and hit that flaps 2 right there. And we got a localizer and glide slope right there. We'll go ahead and start bringing her down to her V-rev speed. And we'll drop that gear. double check the B rep. Where we at? Where we at? 131. 131. We'll do +3. 134. Be okay. And want to try to wait for it to settle out, and then after that we'll bring in flaps 3.
2500.
We'll go ahead and drop flaps 3. And we just got to radar altimeter altitude. And we'll go ahead and go full flaps. Let's drag it in.
$2,000.
It looks like that wind kind of shifted on us there, but the component, I believe, we're still in limitations, I think. I gotta see both sides. Should be on. Spoilers armed. And go ahead and nose will light. And nah, I'll be fine. That's kind of watcher. Look pretty good. Almost at 1,000 feet. Like I said, last check, I think it was like a mile. Oh, there we go. There it goes. So we came out of there.
1,000.
Alright, 1,000 feet. We'll go ahead and take those controls. I'll go ahead and close that out. Let's see here. And we're back in it. Awesome. Alright, looks like we got the runway in sight. I'm not gonna lie, I was about to
100 above.
I was about to hunt that runway environment. I did not want to shoot go missed on this thing.
Minimum.
Landing.
$300.
Okay. Yeah, I got tailwind now.
200.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be interesting. I think we'll get it though.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard.
And we'll hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Alright, lower the nose there. Keep a little forward pitch. And on the reversers. Alright, 60 knots. Go ahead and get out of it. Oh, if you stop me right there, it'd be awesome. I think we got it. I'm pretty sure my brakes will thank me here later once it shoots up to a ridiculous amount on the temperature. Alright, slow down here and get yourself together. We'll exit the runway environment and then we'll get our airplane cleaned up. Try to find the bloody gates around here. I don't even have an airport map. Oh, I remember when this whole airport was red and now it's blue. Such a shame. Such a shame. Alright, and we'll go ahead. Landing lines off. APU on. And I'm just going to go ahead and go on a whim and say we probably need to go the other way. I'm going to go ahead and assume. If not, worst case, we'll just find a random gate and just park and call it good. I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. Let's see. Looks like our APU is on there. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and find this random gate here over yonder. And try not to hit this truck. Now you would think it would stop, but I guess not. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Alright. Come on. I'm totally being patient. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this gate's for like a CRJ, but you know what, it'll be alright. Yeah, see if I can kind of make this a little easier on myself. And let's see. And right there, we'll call it good. Alrighty. Alrighty. And I'll go ahead and chalk the wheels up there. GPU on, beacon on, nose off. Normally probably won't turn the nose light off anyway, especially when getting marshaled in and blowing the crap out of your rampy. And we'll go ahead and turn this off. And let's see here if this will work. I don't even know if this will operate jetway. And yeah, confirm. Yep. Looks like it may work. Cool. Man, I love Flight Beam airports. Oh, and they have good customer service, by the way. Because I would need something happened anyway, but it got me all fixed up and renewed my. I guess I had exceeded my download limit, and they got me all fixed up. So, shout out to Flight Beam for that one, and definitely got a W for me. And yeah. All right, deboarding there. Open the door. I'll go ahead and do it for random piece there. Yeah. Alrighty, guys and girls, and I appreciate you guys hanging in there. Didn't crash or anything, or explode or fall out of the sky. So successful flight nonetheless, and I'm gonna jump off of here, guys, and hang out with the fam, and hope you guys do the same. And guys, just make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and we'll see you later.